What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even for another week. We are brought to you by our good friends at Ned's, whom we love dearly. Eddie away this week. I'm back this week. I was away last week. Eddie was hosting. Now Eddie away. I'm back. Unfortunately, well, not fortunately, Eddie's not sick. He's in Bali, sunning his dick, doing weird random cameos on the surfing, which I was particularly jealous of, seeing him sit there. He actually looked like a surfer. I don't know if he tried to put on a specifically surfing shirt, but you know how they're all very sort of...
Yeah.
You can tell the surfy vibe.
Yeah, I mean, he can pull it off. Like when I try to put on surfer vibe, it just doesn't work on me. It's like when you try walking to Venroy at Bondi and you're like, wait a second, I can look like that guy on the poster. You try it on and you're just like, oh man.
We're not 22 anymore. Yeah, exactly. when you could actually get away with a nice, very fine linen shirt.
Yeah,
now you're like,
very fine, just hangs perfectly. Like a few
see
buttons
through
undone,
a little bit.
a bit see through. You're like, it doesn't matter.
Now it matters. Now it's I can see my fucking gut.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not 22 anymore, I'm 32. No, I'm 35 or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can't see. So, yeah. But Eddie can still pull it off, I guess.
No, look, he can. But not the... I mean, he could probably still pull off the Venroy in fairness as well, but the surf, he looks like he went full surf for this one.
He's a chameleon.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. Country Ed. Now, we may as well just get into accountability because I'm not across fucking what happened last week, but I do know that it is very, very close. We're about 6 weeks out from glory or some form of glory, given how fucking down we all are. But we start off with Tigers defeating fucking Manly. Jesus, I forgot that was that was the result of that game. 34-26. I had Burbo first try scorer. I was at a golf day, shorties, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It was rushed, $26. He didn't get up. I think a dribbler might have actually said something to me about that. But Roo and Eddie triple staking Turbo into Saab at 271. Good start.
Yeah, it was a good start. I think if you go back and check the tapes, I think Eddie had a Olakawatu into 13 plus, and he copied my bet, which I'm not stoked about. I'm not going to lie. I think next year we bring in the no copy card you can use, because I sure as fuck would have used it.
It's like if anyone's played Monopoly Deal. Look, I was anti-Monopoly Deal because I'm a classics guy and I love Monopoly.
What's Monopoly Deal?
It's barely Monopoly, but it's a fun game. But it's like cards. You're still trying to collect houses, but there's special cards, and so you can play a card to I'll steal that house. But very rare in the deck there is a just say no card, and it's like the second most powerful card in the deck. I do like the idea of having some cards.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
I think it's worth doing.
But surely is it an every week?
No, I think you have maybe 2 a year.
Yeah, I think you've got a certain amount of cards a year. Yeah,
and that's it. And once they're done, they're done. Okay, yeah, I like this.
Yeah. So someone put in the comments the idea for the cards.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a can't copy. But if we're missing anything else,
a couple of idea generations in the comments would be nice to know what the cards are.
Because people do contribute that way, and there's some good ideas.
Some of you
out
have some awful ideas, but some of you have some great ones.
Maybe we've got our triple stakes, obviously, maybe a times 5 at some point, or
5 multiplier.
One a year with your huge wild card.
Yeah, because I remember in the first season, to crawl back and win, I got a special allowance to do Cody Walker and Bunnies to win the GF. I was 1 intercept away, but if that came off, because I 5 stacked it or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So that's a good one, the 5 time, but that would be one card.
Yeah,
you get that once, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's the most bullish bet of the year for you, right? So
yeah. But you'd be able to anyway, we'll get into that. That's so 271 triple staked, a stolen bet from Eddie, but the Lippy also Appy into overs at 746.
The Lippy was totes too.
Oh, was it Cody Toads?
Yep.
Who was completely flogged at the golf day, sitting right up the front and just abusing the fuck out of us. He was only outdone by Felix, who also a Tigers fan, our sales guy, and 7 foot and just a gangly fuck in front of the camera. Congratulations to both of those guys. But Cody with Appy into overs is huge. Dogs defeat the Warriors. Red everywhere. Red as the devil's dick. Red as far as the eye can see. No SJ, no Warriors. And that's basically it. That was all anyone had. Broncos defeat the Eels 30-24. Some green here. Pensini Stags, the Stags one. Geez, there was a lot of people that had Stags but couldn't find the thing to help him wrangle.
Yeah, yeah, just like cheap lassos, just getting it around him, but just snaps. Yeah. Like,
So that was an equipment issue.
equipment issue there. You know what I mean? Like you just had it. You had it. It's like when you got a fish on the line and you're just an amateur, you're trying to get a flatty. It's like, don't let the fucking thing dangle. It wriggles off, or like, you know, just
Either have a net ready when you're scooping it up once it comes to the side of the boat.
Baz, friend of the show, we were on his tinny once, and we had 3 fucking kingies just in the middle of the harbour on the lines at the same time. And just a lot of equipment failures, a lot of anxiety, a lot of failed netting. We walked away with 0 kingies.
Oh, you lost them all.
Lost them all because you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. So that's what this
That's
was,
what
right?
this was, yeah.
Everyone
yeah.
on for a stab.
Yeah.
Cody with the unders there would have hit a $9.14. But no, that's red. Now we go. Raiders defeat the Panthers. No one fucking saw this coming, so obviously everyone red, even though some of them didn't have the result in it. Red. Storm, Fish. There's a nice little smattering here. I was actually very close. I had Katoa. What's his name? Fucking the back rower.
Eli Katoa?
Katoa, that's right. Eddie's written here. Kato.
This one hurt me, boys. I took Wishy for a double because I liked the left winger. Sewa came in and he scored a double there.
Oh, that's
so I got a little civilian bet out of it, but that was, and you know, whenever something like that happens, you know what's going to play out here.
Yeah. That was
knew
tough.
what my destiny was going to be.
That cunt is so versatile that he didn't end up starting, but like being named to start on.
He would have
wing.
scored 2 if he was there. He's a freak.
And now he's starting at 9 this week, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. We'll get to that. But yeah, I had Katoa, I had Jerome Hughes, and I had Bostock 1585. Bostock fucked me. When you saw they just weren't scoring any points, I'm just like, it's not.
I think he's screwed a few of us this year in certain points. I know he's cost me 1 or 2.
Stocky's cost me, but he's also got me up. So it's like it's hard. I can't be too harsh on. So is Howarth the exemplification of a Craig Bellamy player?
Couldn't get into the team for 5 years, and now he's getting rested. So preparing for finals. And
Do you know what I mean?
Remus Smith go. It's wild.
And I would argue 90% of the rugby league population would not even know what he looks like.
That's me.
There you go.
Yep.
He looks like Keanu Reeves from fucking the first Point Break. Sorry, Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brayson. Not your one.
Not the
not
the
your
second one,
dude. He looks like Keanu Reeves, like long-haired Keanu Reeves.
That's a good Keanu. That's
it's
a
a
good
hot
Keanu.
Keanu.
Like, I don't know which I like better, that Keanu or like buzz cut speed Keanu. Both great.
Dude,
Keanu.
honestly, fucking Keanu and speed is pretty hard to
Like,
knock
and
out.
he's not like over jacked or anything.
No, he's like almost the perfect male body. Like, that's what I would want.
Yeah, just a white t-shirt fits him well. His name is Jack, actually, and yeah, he's just like short hair, looks great.
Looks good holding a gun.
Yeah,
you see his pipes out.
Yeah.
Not-
Great movie.
Yeah, Jack Howarth doesn't look like that. That's not Jack Howarth. Jack Howarth's Keanu Reeves' replacement's Keanu Reeves. Fucking
He's a bit too like dangly hair. If I had to pick one, you know what I mean?
the Keanu one there.
Yeah. Then point blank.
He's got a bit of Keanu Reeves from The Replacements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great movie as well, which we reference a fair bit.
We
If
do.
you haven't seen that and you bounced out, just go check it out.
It's the easiest watching you'll ever have. Some men dream of a second chance. These men lived it. We move on to Knights defeating the Rabbitohs. Sebbo, do you just want to talk about your team? Fuck, they suck.
Yeah, I said last week, just like it's just a bit of a whatever, just waiting for Wayne. Just like I think there's waiting for Gatto, waiting for Wayne. You know, it's just chilling. Like, what are you meant to do? It's like we're sorted next year to have a crack at something. We don't need to like desperately like no. Let's show we've got a little bit of heart and maybe we can make the finals next year. We're making the finals next year. We got Wayne. Like we're sorted. Whatever. Like whatever. That's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like a wait for death.
No, it's
This
just,
year.
Yeah, this year it's just like just see it out. Whatever. Not going to make the finals. We know we got the stars. We know we got the cattle. We know we can go on a run.
You're in
Just-
a waiting room.
Just chill out. Like we're
I
in
think
the
you'll see a final push against the Roosters, but outside of that, I reckon it's good night stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Eddie Triple Stake Ponga in this game. I was very pleased to see that not getting up and essentially cancelling out his triple stake that he stole off of you, Roo.
I wasn't that Jack. Jack went over, what, in the 16th, 17th?
Strong
minute?
try.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm on for my Marlon Brando bet here, but fuck yeah.
Why is it your Marlon
Because
Brando?
it's the opposite. It was a Supercoach bet because no one who plays Supercoach would have Jackie Boyd 2+. So like the opposite of that, it's like James Dean, Marlon Brando, cool leather jacket kind of guys, and that's a Jackie Boyd 2+.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, right. No, that Marlon Brando one did almost get up. Roosters fucking pumped the Titans 48-22. They leak points, those Roosters, though. Jesus Christ. Now, Cody Totes, 4 legs in his bet, 836. He was only a Manu away. Roosters 13 plus Tupou Tedesco, Joey Manu, who we were talking in the green room before, Roo.
I want to take full responsibility for this. I went straight on the nose, Joey Manu, because I needed him to stay quiet to win my draft game. And win it, I did. So I'll
You
take
won,
that.
though?
Oh, so you
Yeah.
did that to just try and keep him quiet.
Exactly right. And I'll be doing it again this week.
And didn't that also fuck Timmy Williams?
Yeah, which is just
The
compound
beautiful.
interest was fantastic.
That's fantastic. That is nice. Everyone, an AC got up.
We've all had him on our legs for like 6 weeks now, knowing it's coming, and it came in did he get a hat trick?
He got a hat trick.
A hat trick. And then, but we couldn't take a Manu or Suoliti with it, like.
I fucked up in this one. Obviously, I was just doing them from home because I wasn't on the show. Last week when he put up the Instagram post of him with his business time haircut, he shaved his head. I left a comment on there and I was like, it's a businessman with a business time haircut in the business end of the year. 3 businesses. Like when you see a guy get a business time haircut, you must listen to that. And I dropped 3 businesses in the comments. He scores 3 fucking tries. And then if you go see his Instagram, I would like to argue purely off the back of my comment, he puts a photo up and it's just like business. That's his caption, business. How the fuck I didn't have him 3 for a Hattie. I don't know what that would have been paying, but it would have been glorious.
Off topic too, but we didn't have a moment of silence for Kai Pearce-Paul, who seemingly got into a fight with a fucking shark over the weekend.
Oh, dude, yeah, like a full laceration.
Yeah, so you would have to assume close to season over, maybe.
Like
one
he
more
actually
game?
got in a fight with a.
No,
Mate, you should see the laceration
Is it
on
bad?
his leg. It's bad. It's rank. He was sending photos to everyone that had messaged him.
Oh, really?
I mean, everyone.
And it's fucking gross.
It's pretty gross.
I don't want
yeah.
to see it.
I don't. Yeah, I've seen
You
it
have
one
it?
too many times. I can get it for you if you want
Want to
it.
see it?
Nah.
No. Listen, I said I didn't want to,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like the sicko in me is like, I actually do, but I won't do it because I don't want to.
It's a good knock. It's a nudge.
So you reckon that'll be season?
Well, I've
if
only
you
got
make
2 weeks
finals.
left. If they make finals, maybe,
Different.
but yeah, I don't know.
I missed the show where I assume you sucked him off for a try.
Yeah, I said on the show last week, he messaged me after and said, we did it. Which I think is the greatest thing of all time.
Well, it's also bullshit because you had nothing to do with it. You fucked his whole season. The fact that he's such a nice guy, he's like, we did it. It's actually like, no, dude, you did it in spite of Guru death riding.
It had a little bit of like Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff about it, which I appreciate. Thank you, Kai.
Sorry for this cough, everyone. I did have influenza last week. I am no longer contagious, but the cough lingers and probably for the next couple of weeks. That's what they're telling me. Final game, Sharks defeat the Dragons 38-10. I didn't even know that my bet got up this week on this one. I just went to my account and I was like, oh, fuck, where's this money come from? Nicker at Kennedy, 9.49. Praise be.
Not bad for 9.49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad for 9.49, is it?
No.
You were close there, Roo.
What did I have?
You had Ramian, Tuipulotu, either team, 12 and a half, under 12 and a half.
Yeah, Sharkies blew them out. Can't win them all.
Now, you can't win them all, mate.
Good to win some of them, though.
Yes. Sebbo, you had nothing.
No.
Eddie had Sharks minus 3.5. Didn't get a Trindle. Totes. Dragons, Sewer, Kennedy. So he got his Kennedy there. Did we miss a game here? I don't think I did. I was just.
We just wandered down
We just meandered.
Kai Pearce-Paul Avenue for a while there.
Yeah, I get you. Unit scoopers, no one hits. Obviously, Eddie was 5 from 8. Sebbo, you were 2 from 5. Rue, 3 from 7. Cody Totes, 3 from 5. What did he miss? He got Turbo Saab, so Ponga and DWZ. Is that what it was? Did Tupou get over? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, Toops did. Yeah. Ponga DWZ he missed.
Ponga's been fucking... I mean, I don't want to... Ponga's kind of fucked a few people the last couple of weeks.
He's honey-dicked many of us.
He's fucked everyone, dude. That's the breadcrumb he scores this week. The hot seat, Sebbo, you had Manly, Panthers, Storm, Roosters, so you were wrong from the jump.
Yep.
4 fucking teams in your hot seat. This is getting a bit fruity.
Well, they're all quite short wins to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But do you need to fucking go that
To
fruity?
get to $2 when they're like $1.20.
Well, if you
do.
want to jam results in there, but like you could just go one bet, you know?
I could, but I was trying a new tactic.
Yeah.
Considering I've actually probably got the most hot seat bets out of anyone.
You might actually.
So
You might, well, yeah, it's fair.
yeah.
All right, weekly leaderboard. I somehow win the week. 0.13 units in the green. We love that. Roo, second, minus 0.06. Lippy, minus 1.42. Well done, Cody Toads. Eddie, minus 3.55 units. And Sebbo, continuing to slide off the face of the fucking earth, minus 11.07. The overall leaderboard, punters and dribblers. Roo in first place, minus 54.79. I cannot believe that this is the fucking leaderboard. I'm second by the skin of me sack, minus 55.74. Eddie, minus 62.4. Lippy, fuck Sebbo, you're behind the Lippy, minus 78.36. Sebbo, minus 85.48. With $145 left in your account. Is this the worst you've been?
Oh, easily.
Okay, so this is the worst.
No, I was just doing a bit of quick math in my head, and I was like, "Oh fuck."
You don't have. I mean, you know.
Well, there's. If I need 6 unit scoopers, how many? This is the second last week.
6 weeks.
Then 6 weeks. I need $60 worth of unit scoopers. So 140 minus 60, 80. I got $80 to play with technically if I want to see the season out. So I might be adding a few more legs to my multis this week, just to ensure I have a shot at unit scoopers. Excuse me. No triples for me. I'm just going to go long and then just pray for unit scoopers. That's where I'm at. Admit where you're at. So I'm not going to be giving you like, oh, this leg here and this line here. No, you're just going to get like fucking 5 try scorers, 6 try scorers, and we're just going at the unit scooper. Like we are down to the last man. If this is ship warfare, there's no more cannons. All the musket fire's out. We're just down to fucking like knives and forks, just like fighting invaders.
Are you swinging onto boats and shit with just like whatever weaponry?
We've got like one fucking like barrel of gunpowder left. We're like, look, this is the break the glass. If we can get close enough to these guys, we can just throw that on and blow it up. But we've got nothing. Our cutlasses are fucking rusted over.
Yeah, what?
Like, it's that pirate sword. Keep up. So that's where we're at. But like the Greeks at 300, they're in the same position. Leonidas, when Ephialtes led him through the back, through the goat track, they were scrapping. They were out of all weapons. That's me. That's where I'm at. So
Huge
I'll
fucking
see you
trouble.
at the unit scoopers. Basically ignore everything I say until then.
Yep. Minus 85.48. What's our bet percentage here? Guru 9.24%, me 12.23%, Eddie 11.76%, Lippy 6.3%, Sebbo 9.66%. So Roo's still worst after the fucking Lippy, but that matters little when you're fucking on top.
What's the diff between you and me? What are we like? 1 unit or something?
1 unit.
Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And how far is Ed away?
He is not that far. What is he? 6, 7, 8 units from you.
Oh, what a finish. How
This is
good.
a fucking tight finish. Real tight. All right. Let's get to some punting. All right. Now, before we get going, I'm hay fevered. I'm going to do a little smelling salt. Holy shit. Just helping clear the sinuses. Anyone else want some?
I'm all good, thanks, mate.
Come on. Oh, yeah, God. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Now, before you throw to Rando, I assume, for the first time,
Yep.
I'd just like to give him a little shout out because beer by beer, that lippy little cunt on Thursday at golf just got louder and louder
Oh, really?
and louder. He was carrying on a treat. I loved it.
We were actually saying we could hear him across the course. You've got a laugh similar to a friend of ours, Paddy, and I was like, cunt, Rando sounds exactly like Paddy when he's fully giggling. Living it up. We will also get to a little bit of stolen valor on behalf of Rando when we get to the Manly Bulldogs game. But we won't do that right now. We will get to the first game here. Cowboys v the Storm, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. The Storm have rested every single fucking player they have. $1.24 the Cows, $4.10 for the Storm. The line 12.5, and the total is 52.5 points. Rando, how are you? What do you got?
I'm good. Feeling really grateful for the Melbourne Storm coaching staff here for resting 11 of their players. There is no need, but we appreciate it anyway to get that home semi. The Cowboys, they already had a good record against the Storm, winning their last 2 games against them by 20-plus points. The Storm, they've also only won 1 of their 3 games this year that Jerome Hughes hasn't played. For try scorers, Neds have Dean Iramia out at $2.50. He's on the right wing for Melbourne. That position is the top try-scoring position against the Cowboys. Iramia has scored 4 tries in his last 6 games and is the best value for this one.
Okay. I actually had Iramia in there. Those stats didn't exactly do anything for me outside of just mentioning Iramia. Grant Anderson at 7.
I was about to say, I love that you've taken him. This fills my cup.
Well, that's why the reason I put him in there was because, and I mean, listen, subject to change, but only because of Rando's shit. But I've gone Storm plus 12.5, Aramea Anderson. Like, it's a dumb bet, but I'm like, it's kind of weird. And I'm wondering whether Wishy will come into the halfback and they'll fuck Anderson out to the wing. They'll give Pappenhausen a rest. Far longer will go to fullback. Like, I'm just sort of trying
that's eyes up.
I'm trying to predict a bit of bloody, some movement there. And I'm like, how the fuck is Anderson a 7? When has that ever been a thing? Like, he's like 7 foot, isn't he?
I also find it weird that they're resting everyone and Cam Munster's playing. So I don't mind the idea of Wishy moving to the halves.
Huh?
I don't mind the idea of
surely he moves into the... I don't know, who would go to 9 then?
Is Bronson Garlick in the...
I don't think he is.
Let me check here.
So maybe...
quickly check.
I'm feeling that Keegan Russell-Smith... I reckon Wishy plays for 9, but I think Keegan Russell-Smith might come on for Anderson.
That's a good point. Yeah,
and I think it's just all smoke and mirrors at the moment. Just looking at Grant Anderson, positions played, never played in the halves in his career.
It felt like a fucking smoke and mirrors play to me. I'm like, putting Grant at 7 is so smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'd feel dumb if I believe it. Like, I know you're trying to trick me here, but I'd have to be fucking stupid. I don't know. There's something about the Storm where it's like a systems processes sort of a team. Yeah. Like, are they going to get their buttholes blown out? Surely not. Yeah, my try score is a bit dodgy, but like...
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm going to throw it to Sebbo because I looked at his bet and I want to hear the narrative, but I kind of like it. I think the value is unreal there.
Holy shit.
It actually is crazy for $89 here. Get this. It's actually pretty simple. Felt.
No, I'm just blown away by how good that bet is.
Felt the Oxycontin. The guy is addictive. I got off him for a while, but when you're in a world of hurt, you need to get back on. And so I am going 2+ him because this game, anything could happen because it's the Cowboys. Anything can happen when the Cows play. And I think they're going to try put on a show going, look, guys, we're not shit. And go out to Felt. Far longer. Now, he is good anywhere. Tom said he might move to fullback. He just scores try at all. And Cows' defence, it sucks, even if Melbourne don't have their main guys. And then Wishy. Wishy scores. And anytime we don't go on Wishy, he does, like, what was it, last week? Like, or the week before when we were all off him and he came on with like 8 minutes to go and just cut, was it Penrith up the middle?
Yeah.
So if he can do that, he can do anything against the Cows. 89-39.
Felt 2+, far longer Wishy, 89-39.
Yep.
It sounds too good to be true.
Yeah. Can we get an Oz
You
check?
reckon?
Let's just see here.
It just
Felt's
sounds
$1.45 to score anytime.
And now it's dropped to 79-71. It's dropping, dude.
Okay, well, that's like, they've seen it. They're like, holy shit. Okay, but it's still fucking big.
I'll tell you what, boys, nothing would make me happier than for Eddie to return from Bali and the three of us are into immortality with this bet.
Yes, well, because I've absolutely copied it.
So have I.
Yeah. And I'm absolutely tripling it because I have to I can't triple lines and shit, otherwise I'm dead. So that's only like a $2 outlay as well to triple it.
Yeah, it is.
That's outrageous.
To those who know how the system works.
I don't,
Not
but... not I. That's all it is, guys. Only a $2 outlay. I fucking won't triple it, but I do like the idea. Jesus, I like the idea. That's a fucking good bet. I want to triple it. And then we've got, who's our lippy?
His name is, let me get him up. He's basically got what he went back and somehow messaged the other week, like, oh, I went and saw that episode where Wallace was like picking the lines. When Wallace is my dog, for those who didn't see, I'm like, why are you watching an episode from like 3 years ago that had Wallace? I was like, well, Wallace actually did a pretty good job. And he's also like got a punters group. He's messaged a few times, a few slips, a few horse tips. So I'm like, you've done enough. You've done a mix of things here. Tim Shaffron.
Tim Shaffron or Saffron? Saffron?
No, there's an H there.
What is saffron?
Saffron's like a herb, isn't it?
Is it the most? Is that the thing that's like
Saffron.
the most expensive per like gram? Saffron. Nice little profile pic there.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a filter on it with the miso.
Yeah, good one, Timmy. No, saffron. Yeah, isn't that an expensive?
Yeah.
Like,
Is it like the most expensive fucking?
World's most expensive spice, referred to as red gold.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
And does it add anything? Like, what is it? Some sort of flavorful shit?
Can you like find it in the wild and shit? You're like, oh my god, I found a shitload of saffron.
Did you see they found the second biggest diamond of all time?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. Botswana.
In like a fucking the Congo or something. It was like
Botswana.
this big.
Was it like mined out by someone?
Well, I'm sure it was. It came at the fucking cost of some impoverished fucking people that probably don't get to keep it. Not the point. Let's move on. He's gone. The saffron's gone. Cows minus.
So I think
12.5.
he's just doing lines because he also sent through a video of his dog picking a line or two, like Wallace did the same thing.
Okay, nice.
So yeah,
Okay, beautiful. Next up, Doggies v the Seagulls at a core stadium. $1.57 the Dogs, $2.40 the Seagulls. Absurd price. 4.5 the line, total 45.5. Rando, stats me up, brah.
It's going to be dry for this one at a core stadium. They're predicting over 35,000 to come to the game.
Huge.
The Bulldogs, they're undefeated at home this season, 10 out of 10 wins. Manly, they have a 31% win record away from home this season, and their record at a core isn't any prettier, losing 14 of their last 16 games at the venue dating back to the 2013 grand final. The good news, though, for Manly fans is that your try scorers are all over $2, including Tom Trbojevic, who has scored in his last 8 games against the Dogs, racking up 12 tries, as well as scoring 6 tries in his last 3 games in general. But if you're looking for more value, Jacob Preston is at $3.35. The Seagulls are second in the comp for tries conceded to right second rowers with 9, including 3 tries to right second rowers in their last 5 games.
What are you smiling at, Roo?
Now, before we go on, I had to check those odds again for the Melbourne game. Fa'alongo's also 2+. That's why it's 80.
Okay.
Didn't you say it went down? 79
Okay, so hold on a second. So now what is it?
It's just a 2+.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm still with you, Sebbo.
Okay. Fuck it.
So odds early. The odds are there, but it's just, yeah. It's just an extra try, really.
Yeah. I'm not triple staking it, though. Okay, that's 89.39, or did that change?
Well, the odds have gone down now to 78 to 71. So we can put that in.
You know what's going to happen now. It's all going to come through except for Sua's second try.
Yeah, fucking oath it is. What is it with just
mine.
one Fa'alongo try?
I don't know. I've put mine on already, so I can't.
Can you?
Yeah,
I'll get onto it.
I would like to just check that. So
Probably be about
2
half.
or more tries. Felt. Anytime. Who was it? Fa'alongo
Yep.
and
Wishy.
Wishy. 27.36.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fuck it. We press on. So you were smiling there when Rando was giving out his dog stats at the Dogs Manly game. What was making you smile?
Look, as I said at the start of the show last week in Supercoach Draft, I needed Joey Manu to go quiet, so I bet on him. I need Turbo to go quiet this week.
Cocksucker.
So, guilty as charged there. I might be copying a Turbo ATS here. We'll see. But also, I hate doing that. But
Yeah, well, listen, you were all grumpy about Eddie doing it, and now look at you. Now look at you sack of shit. I've got Turbo anytime triple staked at $2. That's just, and that bet's already on. I made sure I got it at $2 as well. I've had some fucking tough weeks this year. We all know it. But like, I obviously think Manly's going to win this game, 240. All the try scorers that are worth a fuck above $2. Mate, I was looking at going like a bit of an Oliver Twist for you guys, going Turbo Saab. You guys got it at 271. It's
270.
It's 4 something this week.
Is that
Yeah,
just
you're
because
gonna-
the Dogs have good defense?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah, they're a
but it's
defensive
pretty
side.
good, like, from the bookies to still give you $2 for...
For those guys.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to fucking score some points. And also the fact we lost to the Tigers, like, That actually, I think, works in our favour because you're like, bro, you can't be rolling out shit again.
Yeah.
You cannot be rolling out shit again. And Turbo seems like he's in a vein of form that's reminiscent of like a Dally M season. I wouldn't be shocked if he could maybe win the Dally M.
Well, the great Timmy Williams had a big
scoop.
call about that.
Great hot
spotlight,
take,
buddy.
Great hot take.
Yeah,
that
Timmy
one.
had a really good
Nothing
hot
that
take.
I said to him and Maddie in the green room before our pod last week. Nothing that I said.
No?
Nothing. No,
So
it wasn't
you-
me.
you
It was all
didn't-
Timmy. It's all the great one.
You didn't have that hot take about Turbo potentially
Yeah, about
being...
Turbo being a sneaky chance because he's gotten 6 points in every single game he has since his
And
comeback.
what did Tim Williams say to you when you suggested it?
He said that, you serious? You think you can win it? And then I may have pointed out the games and he may have said that in a hot take on the Bloke podcast.
What a dog.
And he didn't credit the great man.
I was just watching the reel for the credit. No
credit for Rando.
No credit.
Didn't mention the green
What's he
room either.
paying? Can we bet on him?
You can't bet on him anymore thanks to the Craig Bellamy saga.
But like the Craig Bellamy one's different. Like you can't bet on coaches, sure, but sure I can bet on the
Can't bet on any of it.
fuck.
Yep.
I forget that every year, and I'm disappointed again. So Rue, you have stolen my bet.
Yeah, look,
You fucking cunt.
Yeah, no, that's completely warranted and fair. I value my Supercoach draft over just about anything.
This is
so I
such
regret
bullshit
nothing.
that it's for his Supercoach draft. It's fucking that he's going to score, and you don't want me to skip ahead at fucking where you
Yeah, it is bullshit, but like sometimes
Hey, you got to be able to do it.
you got to be able to do it. A bit
No,
of
I
black
respect
magic to work in other areas. Like, I get it.
It's not for other areas. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the great fucking lies of all time.
Anyone out there that knows me personally will know how much my draft team means to me, and that is genuinely what it's about.
So you're trying to
with
death ride Turbo.
I am trying to death ride Turbo, yes.
I guess it's the same. Like if it doesn't get up, it's the same for you as if it gets up. Either way,
I
you're the
win
same
either
to
way.
me.
I'm happy either way. I would rather it not get up. I genuinely
Draft
would rather
means
it not
more,
get up.
yeah.
Heaps more.
Yeah.
All in the baggy green. Okay, well, okay, good to know.
No, I'll deal with the baggy green after that. I've got to win a draft comp, then I'll pick up my baggy
Okay,
green.
sweet.
Like,
Sebbo.
Well, I hope he gets over. I hope he scores again. And I hope Burton scores twice as well. Because that's what I need for a 93-36. Like, it's not crazy, the fact that Turbo can score two. He did it last week. He's done it the week before. He done it the week before. He scores two. Burton always he scores one occasionally. It's just about if Manly can let the Tigers score like 36 points, it's not out of this world that like Burton gets over twice, is it? I mean, 93-36. Obviously, it's not saying it's a likely possibility, but for 93-36, it's good value.
The left half has scored only 2 tries against Manly all season, so
Great, fantastic. Time due.
Yeah,
Look, I mean, it's not crazy. Right?
Well, it's not crazy. No, it's not crazy. What's crazy is being negative 85 units. That's crazy. Dogs, what's our lippy? The Saffron. He's got Dogs minus 4.5 into Hayward. Who the fuck is Hayward with
Bailey
respect?
Hayward. I reckon, has he been named at 13? No, Salmon's been. I reckon he's punting on him jumping into the 13 jersey. I don't mind it because Kurt Mann's out.
I also
Play
think his dog might have been called Bailey, so maybe that's why
Okay.
he's included.
Yeah, that
it.
checks out.
Okay, sure.
Rather than trying to pick what position he is, I think he's just.
It's a
like-
dog name.
How stupid of me.
We're also doing a live stream, myself and Hectic Fred, 6 p.m. Friday. Fred, obviously a noted Bulldogs cuck, and I a Manly cuck. So we'll be doing that on the Hello Sport YouTubes. We move on to Panthers v. the Rabbitohs. Just an update as well, punters and dribblers. If you have hay fever, smelling salts.
They actually work. Like,
Mate,
I'm
it's-
having a tiny
do
bit,
it.
like, for hay fever.
Well, I've just done it then. Get it closer. You need it
Yeah,
to. You
no,
need to.
I'm just. Oh, they're strong from that far away.
Yeah, but you're pretty close.
Yeah.
But your reaction was, I don't know if you sniffed hard enough.
No, I did. I don't need more than that. Fair enough.
So there you go. Panthers, Rabbitohs out at Panthers. $1.14 for Penrith, $5.75 for Sebbo's shit rugby league team. 17.5 to line and 48.5 to total points. Rando, give us some stats, please.
Penrith, they are looking to avoid 3 straight losses for the first time since 2019. 2019 also happens to be the same year that the Bunnies last beat the Panthers in Penrith. The line, it's out to 17.5 points, which is a bit much considering that Penrith have only won by 18 plus points once this season when Isaiah Yeo has captained the team by himself. That's once in 10 games. So don't mind the Rabbitohs to potentially cover the line on a Friday night at Bluebet. For try scorers, Paul Alamotti returns at left centre for the Panthers. The Rabbitohs, they have conceded 44% of their tries in the last 5 games down their right edge, with the left centre scoring in 4 of those 5 games. He's paying $2.35.
You know what he's also paying? $34 for a Hattie. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Could be a bit of a bloodbath for the poor old Bunnies. Take a centre, $34 for a Hattie.
Yep.
People were all getting around the Fox Hattie the other week for $11. So I don't mind Paul. I don't mind him. 34, that's me.
Is Luke Garner the left back rower as well?
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent. I actually had Targo Garner, and part of that was because I thought they're on the same side, but I'm stupid. So if you go Alamotti into Garner and you get rid of Tango, who's fucked me in the past, 627 there. 627 Alamotti Garner. It's one of those games where I have no fucking idea. It's too, like, everyone's too low priced for it to be fucking worth anything, really.
I'm going to go for Edwards and Schneider, $8.20. Bit of a rumour around that Dane Laurie could come in to replace Edwards. If so, I'll just shove him in there, which I'd probably prefer, to be honest with you.
Prefer?
For like a try scorer.
Yeah, right.
Dane Laurie's a fucking lunatic. I love him. So yeah, Edwards, Schneider, $8.20. Might change that when we get to game
Dane Laurie's getting, he's got a bit of out him at the moment.
Heaps of out.
He's fucking on at the moment, isn't he?
Is he going to be like a consistent, like someone else? Like Edwards is in his way, right? Like he's not going to...
Well, he's on the wing, isn't he? Now when Taruva goes, do you reckon he'll be the wing?
He might be. He hasn't played too well on the wing, to be fair. Apparently the Panthers could have a bit of a play in the market in the off-season, so I'm not sure how they're going to line up next year. It'll be interesting.
Very interesting. All right, and what's our Lippy doing, Sebbo?
He is going, where are we? Panthers minus 17.5.
Panthers minus 17.5.
Yep.
All righty. I don't hate it. I was looking at it. Dragons v. the Eels at CommBank Stadium. The Eels 220. Fucking losers. And the Dragons $1.67. 2.5 the line. 52.5 is the total. These two teams my most hated in the NRL. So this is a hate game for me. What are the stats saying, Rando?
It's going to be dry on Saturday at CommBank. Both teams desperate for a win. The Dragons to stay in the 8, the Eels to avoid the wooden spoon. If you trust the Dragons' win-loss trend that has happened every round since round 14, you'll find that they lost last week, so they're due for a win this week. Para, they have also lost their last 4 at CommBank, and the Red V, they have won their last 4 round 26 games played on a Saturday. So the Dragons, the line, I think, is the best play there. For try scorers, don't mind King Guffo here. He's been trying hard to get his team over the line week in, week out. He's had 8 try involvements in his last 4 games, including 3 tries in those 4 games, and he has scored in 4 of the 5 games against the Dragons at CommBank. 240, I believe he is.
Okay, yep. Now, I'm going to throw to you, Guru, here, because this bet terrifies me, and I actually fucking love it.
Yeah, I'm going big here. I think the Dragons obviously playing for their season, and I think the matchup for Zach Lomax going up against Sebbo on that edge. I love that for Lomax. We've seen him goal kicking this year. He's been tremendous. Lomax to score 14-plus points is $2.45. I like that. I think he's going to stack up a heap of goal kicks. I reckon he crosses for at least 1, maybe 2. Lomax 14-plus points, $2.45, triple stacked.
Not bad.
It's a good bet, dude. It's a good bet. But then the Eels aren't actually... there's the, counterpoint is that the Eels aren't actually playing that bad. And the Dragons aren't playing that good.
Yeah.
The Eels could come out and fuck you.
But he's going to get at least...
He's going to get at least 6, 7, 8 points.
Conversions.
Yeah.
So what's that?
And then he
8?
needs a try. And again, that's my maths is not getting us to 14 there. But
12. 12's probably guaranteed.
Well, it is unless they don't fucking do anything.
Mate, and you're right, Parramatta are going good, but you look over the last 2 weeks, they've conceded 30, 38, 36, 20, 32. They are playing better. They're not defending better.
No.
And Lomax, you saw him in Origin. Kid's taking penalty goals on the fucking sideline.
I know, dude. Fuck, I hate this bet where he sacks shit. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Lomax is also 0-5 against the Eels as well, so he's due.
Sorry?
Lomax hasn't scored against the Eels in his career, 0-5.
It's also like he's obviously going there next year, so there's a bit of
that.
Yeah, it's like you want to make an impression, like orientation before you go to a new school. Like, hey, I'm going to be here next year. Like
when you hang out with the kids, like try and make some friends early.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me though is that I've got my best mate's Bucks at the field club, so I will be on the sideline as he's taking those shots at goal.
Yeah, okay.
Cheering him on. So there's a bit of that in it for me.
I'm going to need to change my bet then because it's got a Lomax in it, and I'm just going to death ride Rue's bet. So, Sebbo, I'm just going to throw to you.
Well, I don't mind if Lomax gets a lot of points because I got him for 2 tries. 2 tries. This one's not crazy as well. It's only $15. And then Sebbo for 2. Like, it's just, I mean, Sevo's back scoring them a little bit, isn't he? Like, he can get over. Lomax we trust. Sebbo we trust for 1. That's $15.27. Now, that's me being conservative right now. I have to throw $3 at that thing out of my 40 left. So that's like 10% of my kitty going onto that bet. So that's pretty nerve-wracking. But we'll just see because I just need something that might bang just to give me a little bit of more breathing space. But I don't mind it. I actually don't mind the bet, if I'm going to be honest. It's not that crazy.
Now, I'm not. This isn't me finished here, but is Figai in the centres?
Yep.
Fuck.
Be careful though, because Sully's on the extended, so one of them will drop out.
Okay, well, we fuck off the fee guys.
I couldn't tell you which one's which or which
I
one
think
plays
it's
which side,
Matthews at left, so he might drop out.
You know what I'm going to do? Get me old mate Luch in. Getting me some fucking Luch action. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when I've had a fucking Luch in the last 50 years. I wouldn't mind a bit of... So I've got Talangi and Pensini. And then I had Lomax, but I hate my friend Rue over there. So I'm putting in Luciano Leilua at $4. For those 3 try scorers, $30.83. Not that bad. Not that bad, dude.
Rando, where do you sit on my 14 points for Lomax? What do you reckon?
It's going to be interesting to see if he gets there. Once again, hasn't scored against the Eels, but could be anything. 24 tries, the Eels have conceded 2 right wingers, so Lomax could be in for a hattie. You never know. As long as the ref doesn't get in the way this week.
There is such a difference between 14 and 16 points. Like getting above the 14 is
Well, I mean, he hits 14, you're good though. The last thing I would ever want is for an injury, right? You don't want players to get injured. You want players to have wonderful, fruitful careers. What I am hoping for is what the NRL physio might call like the worst cramp of all time, and that Lomax has to go off early.
Well, I'd hate to see it happen to Turbo as well. So
no, of course we'd hate that.
That'd be awful.
No, we'd hate
to see it.
We'd hate to see that.
I'd touch wood if I wanted
I hate to see that. Don't put that fucking evil on Turbo, you suck of shit. Lippy Sebbo.
Lippy's just taking the lines again. Eels plus 2.5. So he's being conservative. Normally Lippies get up there and they just want to...
They can't really can afford to have these things go there. Like, they're fucking...
Yeah, if it goes
south,
it
goes fucking pear-shaped here for the Lippy, this could be fucking...
But we need the Eels to lose right to get Spoon Bowl.
No. It doesn't matter what happens. Spoon Bowl's on.
No, because...
No, they need to lose this one. The differential's 60 points.
We were talking about this the other day.
No, I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because they're both on the same amount of points.
Yeah, but the Tigers have a bye this week.
Yeah.
So the Tigers will be ahead of them on
Oh,
points.
right.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It'll be the winner takes it, yeah.
Also, had a look. 19 games for the Lomax, has hit 14 plus 3 times. Last time was against the West Tigers when he set that club record.
Okay.
Quick, move on before you can change that.
Don't love it.
Yeah, all right. That's good stuff. We move on to Fish v Broncos, another game that has finals ramifications, huge finals ramifications here. This is at Suncorp. It's going to be hot, apparently. Sorry to steal a stat from you, Rando.
What's the point of coming on?
What's the point? You said that in the green room, and I've taken it. The Fish $2.90 is a bit of Val. $1.42 for the Broncos, 7.5 the line, and 51.5 the total. Rando, apparently it's going to be hot there, mate.
Yeah, I can confirm that. 35 degrees during the day, 31 for kickoff and dry. Broncos obviously undefeated against the Dolphins in 3 matches, but I'm liking the points here. As I mentioned, going to be hot out there, so fatigue will definitely play a part. The Broncos' last 4 games have gone over 51.5 points. The Dolphins' last 5 night games have gone over 51.5 points 2. For try scorers, Neds hasn't given us any nice odds for either wingers, so we'll look to the centres. You got Dean Mariner at $2.20. He's 4th on the top try scorers list this season, and the Finns have conceded a try to a left centre in each of their last 5 games. If you want a bit more value, you can look at Jake Averillo at $2.80. He's found the white line in his last 3 games, and the Broncos have conceded a try to a right centre in their last 4 games.
Okay. I have no idea what to make of that. Sebbo, what's your absurd bet going to be?
My absurd bet is name on the Stags board and make it just clear that I have the ultimate Stags wrangle.
Well, because right now I've got it.
Well, yeah, I've got more. But
No, you don't.
the
It's
bigger
2
wrangle.
each.
Is it 2 each?
Yeah, bro. And my one's better.
No, I've got a 15
Got
over
a
there.
$13 one there.
No, but mine had the best narrative.
We can't remember mine because I think the tapes have been deleted. So,
And
this will set it clear. If I get a Stags double, but that's not it. Mariner was with me last week. There was a bit of faulty equipment last week. I wasn't sure if it was Mariner or whoever else I took. I'm pretty sure Mariner's okay. You know, he's a trustworthy carabiner. If you're trying to climb the fucking mountain and try to find a good shot to take down the Stags. And if I'm climbing a mountain, just saw that then. I thought, perfect. You need a hammer. You know when you hammer in the carabiners and shit, fucking vertical limit, all that sort of
You
stuff.
don't hammer carabiners, but I know what you're saying.
But you know, like the hammer in the shit that you tie the carabiner and the rope to. I'm climbing a fucking glacier to get a good vantage point to see 2 Stags and just snipe them. Just snipe them. A Stags double, 39-21. It will be the greatest Stags bet of all time. It will bring me back to life, Evanescence style, and I'll just be ready to
Evanescence style.
ready to fucking turn this season on its goddamn head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's me.
Firstly, just before I forget, Tobler, moving forward, I think with these Stags bets, we need to have the bet on the thing so we can remember what we put on those little plaques there because... I mean, what's the point otherwise if you can't sort of suck your own dick?
but you generally remember the
I remember one of mine, and it actually plays in with what I'm doing here. So the reason mine was considered the greatest Stags bet of all time, at the time at least, was because when you go on a Stags hunt or when you go on some sort of adventure movie, usually you have a stupid English sidekick who's like a bumbling
guy from Anaconda.
Jumanji, all that shit.
Same actor,
Same
actually.
guy. No, of course it is. So I had that. I had Herbie and Stags. That was my whenever I got it last time, and I can't fucking see from this far, so I don't know what it was paying. I'm doing that again, but after seeing you're I'm going for glory here, I'm like, fuck you. I want to be the greatest Stags hunter of all time. I've gone Herbie, and I'm going a Stags double. You're going to get $24.96 for that. It also helps that it's a bit higher odds, so it's not going to kill me if it doesn't get up. And this time of year, it's about that punters and dribblers. Herbie, Stags 2 plus $24.96. You're welcome.
Yep.
Have you copied my bet, or did we just do the exact same thing?
Oh.
Wild. I assumed you copied, no?
No, fuck no. I didn't. Well, I had Herbie and Stags. I just had a 2 plus to try to get hot.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Looking at yours, I thought yours is actually Herbie and Stags double, if I can be honest. That's how it reads to me.
Herbie, Stags double.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I'm with you.
You're with me?
Yeah. I think
Takes a bit of
Herbie
the glory out of
he's had a
it,
good centre. He's had a good season. Stags struggles defensively. But one thing I know about the English boys, when you turn the heat up, they melt. Stags late, he'll cross for 2. So $24.96, I love it.
Yep. You guys sharing the gold medal there, eh? Split into 2, turns into bronze. I'll be up there with my snipe. You guys on the base camp with your Englishmen, you know what I mean? I'm using my carabiner and hammer, and I'm fucking... That's the glory one.
But you don't hammer carabiners. If you hammer your
You hammer
carabiner...
the thing in to tie the carabiner to, and then.
Well, you said hammer the carabiner. If you do that, you're going to be falling down the mountain pretty fucking quickly. That's all I'm saying. And the Lippy has gone fish plus 7.5 at $1.96. Let's move on to the Sharks with the Warriors, the Sean Johnson Farewell Cup. We're at Shark Park for this game. It's $1.18 for the Sharks, $5 for the Warriors. Seems a lot. 14.5 the line, 49.5 the total. Rando, what are some stats that we can use for this one?
Final game for SJ, who has had a pretty good run at PointsBet, winning 5 of his last 6 games at the venue. That's about as good as the stats get for Wires fans, as they've lost their last 4 games. In contrast, the Sharks, they have won their last 4 games 3 by 13 plus points. They've won 6 of their last 8 games against the Warriors at PointsBet. 4 of their last 5 wins by 13 plus points. So it could be a Sharks humping here. For try scorers, the Warriors are all at sea on the edges. They have conceded a try to a centre in each of their last 4 games. I might sling it over to you, Roo, because I'm not sure what edge Iro or Talakai line up on this week. But with Nico coming back as well, it might just be safe to get them to combine for 1 or more. If you want a bit more value, though, Adam Fanua-Blake comes up against his new club, a team he has scored the most tries against than any other team in the competition, including a try in his last 2 games. He's paying $4.
Oh, shit. That's horny. Go, Roo, because I do have Adam, but I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Honestly, this game is I've got no fucking idea. I've got Hazelton, Leotawa, Topiki, $62. I'm sort of just saving my ass here. I assume Talakai will play right center.
Yeah, I think
surely
so
not
too.
going to move Iro away from that spot. Game changer if Hines plays, boys.
Yep.
Shakes up plenty.
Yeah, it does. I had AFB at $4 and I threw in an SJ for good vibes. Just for good time, good vibes. You can get 18.58 for that. Honestly, there's an urge in this game to just fucking try and load it up with as many try scorers as possible. This is even a dumb bet anyway, generally, but we'll just see how we go.
I'm taking the Wars to win. I feel the one thing you can trust the Sharks is when you think they're going to absolutely pump someone, they like somehow lose the game. And then the next week you jump on them and like, oh, they're going to get pumped. And then they put 48. At least that's the cycle I'm in with them. So Wars win $5, add some value. Shajo, I want that We Can Be Heroes moment. I want the replacements. I want him to go out with a try and a win, obviously, but throw in a little hero there as well, as Rando was saying. That gets you 55.81. Like, this is just hoping the rugby league gods don't shine on me, but shine on Shay J and the Wars.
Not on you.
Not on me.
So this one's not about
But
you.
I just take a little, like, you know those motorbikes that have a little carriage on the side?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's Shay J and the Wars riding off into the sunset, and I'm just in that little thing on the side.
Yeah,
you know
okay,
what
right.
I mean?
You're just in their wake.
I'm just there, just hanging out. You know, just take me with you. Take me with your rugby league gods. 55.81.
Quick question before we move on here. How's the hay fever after those smelling salts?
A tiny bit better, but like my antihistamine kicked in like a few hours ago. So it's
Okay,
hard
well,
to-
it's hard to know.
yeah.
Because mine's feeling great. Roo?
Yeah, you sound great.
No, I appreciate that. That's nice of you to say. I was more interested in your bet, or have you already gone? I haven't.
No, I've
listened to
already
that.
unleashed my shit.
Well, then, where's the lippy, Sebbo?
He's taking the Sharks minus 14.5, $1.90. I don't know, man. This is just me. But Sharks, like, you just can't pick them.
No, you
if you talk about rugby league as like it's impossible to pick week to week, I feel the Sharks and the Cows are mainly like the culprits of that. You know what I mean? Like you just whether they pump someone or get pumped, it's hard to tell. So Sharks minus 4.5. The point being, maybe the Wars win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knights, Titans. Where's me sheet here, punters and dribblers? Knights, $1.35. Titans, $3.30. McDonald Jones Stadium. The line, 9.5 points. The total, 50.5 points. Rando, stats, please.
It's going to be a perler of a day in Newcastle, 25 and sunny. The Titans, they have lost their last 5 at McDonald Jones Stadium with their last 3 losses by 20-plus points. The points total is what I like as well. 8 of the last 10 day games between these two sides have gone over that 50.5 point handicap. For try scorers, no one got him last week, but surely he bangs this week. Kalen Ponga at $2.15. He's scored in his last 3 games against the Titans. Plus, the Titans have conceded the most tries to fullbacks in the comp, 21 tries in 22 games. For a bit more value, David Fafita has scored 7 tries in 9 games against the Knights and scored 3 tries in his last 3 away games against them.
You've just picked 2 of the most bogey fucking players for try scorers of all time. Kalen Ponga the last few weeks has been serious bogey. And
The whole season.
David Fafita the last 10 weeks has been bogey as fuck. I got to say, and Roo, so I don't know how you both feel about this, but the fact that Titans are $3.30 against a Knights side who you want to talk about shitting inconsistent, like...
Yeah. I think the Knights too, missing Frizzell and KPP, new edges. I reckon there's good value in the Titans.
There is value aplenty here. And like AJ's out again, but when isn't he, with respect? You know what I mean? He's always just coming back or he's just gone out.
Plenty of fullbacks, though, to cover.
Yeah, well, fucking he was in the centres anyway.
Yeah.
Kinney's at fullback.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think they're bringing in Philip Sammy. You're like, they're not missing anything.
Sammy's pretty good.
Sammy played Origin, I believe. So fucking $3.30, I open my mouth and I deep throat the fuck out of that. I then add Kinney and Campbell, and I haven't got what that's paying for some reason. But Titans at $3.30 into Kinney and Campbell. I'll come back to you with the numberinos. Guru, what are you doing?
I think the Titans put up a good fight here too. I've got Campiera and I've got Keeney to cross. And then I've got Kalen Ponga and I've got Greg Marshall. I've said it for a few weeks. I think with Bradman Best back, a genuine centre out there, I think Marshall will get back to his try-scoring feat. So 4 try scorers, a pretty disgusting $22. I didn't quite let that sink in last night when I put the bet in. I look at it now and it's pretty rank, but we're going to run with it.
Run with it. So just quickly, I'll just go back here. Kinney is paying $3.20.
Yeah,
and Jaden Campbell is paying $4.10. He scored against the fucking Roosters. What? You score against the Roosters, you can't score against the fucking Knights?
Campbell, he scored against the Roosters. That was the one where he kind of knocked on, right?
Oh, no, it was disallowed. Keeney scored against the Roosters.
Keeney scored against the Roosters.
Yeah. How many tries Jaden Campbell scored the last few weeks? I feel like he scored one about 2 weeks ago where he dropped the ball and he just happened to get his foot to it.
Hasn't scored in the last... Has scored 4 tries in 13 games, scored 2 weeks ago.
410... When like Adam Fanua-Blake, I know and he scores tries, Adam Fanua-Blake, but like for a 5'8" who's got a bit about him, 410.
I'll tell you what. The other thing too, you mentioned Dave Fafita, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you noticed last week he got moved to the right side with Foreign. And normally that's been a great little combo.
Yes,
those two. So that's the other thing. I don't like Jaden Campbell without Fafita. Tracks a lot of eyes over there.
Yeah. Mine's paying $26.08. Just by the way,
I am taking a few more Titans guys. Originally, I had Brady Best in there, human football. He actually looks like Channing Tatum and a Staffy have made love. and just, I don't know what you call that.
Channing Tatum and a Staffy. He does, dude. That's exactly what it looks like.
I've never seen a more close, mix of an animal and a human. He honestly, just look at it. Look at photos of Channing Tatum.
No, he does. And a Staffy.
But I just thought keep Channing out of it for now because I'm thinking. Again, and I've been wrong about this a few times, that the Titans just turn up and put on a fuckfest. And they just do it when you don't expect them to do it. And the night, this just is perfect for them. Knights play pretty boring footy. Titans, do you think the Titans are going to go out there and be like, let's just try and match it with... They're going to try to throw the ball around, whether it works or not. But I'm taking them to win. Knights to shit the bed. Then I'm taking the bogeys. I'm taking the Pongers. I'm taking the Fafitas. The guys that haven't been scoring that should be scoring. Throwing a little Kinney in there as well. That gets you 64-71. I don't mind that bet at all.
No, I don't mind a bogey bet.
Yeah.
I also with the Knights, they have to win, so that's also why I don't think they'll win. They don't seem to be a side at the moment that's able to go call their shot. Oh fuck, we got to win today, so let's go out there and win it. You're like, no, dude, that's not what you guys are.
Yeah. They kind of scrap some games together and bro performance, but they're not the guys who be like, we're getting up for
let's
this.
turn it on now, guys.
They're not a dinner that they're not that sort of footy side.
Yeah, let's play rugby league, and then the music comes on and they fucking brain it.
No,
they're not the replacements when you needed them to win.
No, it's just that someone else plays like shit. That's generally what happens.
Exactly right. All right, we then have the Lippy. He has got Knights minus 9.5. That's his worst bet of the fucking whole round. Last game, Roosters v the Raiders. We are at Allianz Stadium. What are we? $1.16 for the Roosters, $5.40 the Raiders. Fuck me dead. Raiders also still in contention. 15.5 is the line, and 51.5 is the total points. Rando.
The Raiders obviously fresh off an upset at home against the 3-time defending premiers, but that might just be their grand final for this year. They've only won 1 of their last 17 games against the Roosters at Allianz, and the Roosters, when they play during the day, they're a different beast. They have won 4 of their last 5 games by 20-plus points played during the day. For try scorers, Joey Manu, he scored 7 tries in his last 5 games against the Raiders, a double in 3 of his last 4 games. games. The Raiders have conceded more tries to right centres than any other team in the comp. If you're looking for a bit more value, Albert Hopewadi is at $2.65. The left wing for the Raiders has scored in each of the last 5 games, and the Roosters have conceded 7 tries to left wingers in their last 5 games as well.
Okay. I can't see anything other than a Roosters fucking humping here, and I'm loving what I'm seeing on the board. I've just got Dommy Young first, second, or third, and I'm tripling it. The amount of times that cunt scores first, second, or third, like, it seems like every single game. Now that I'm on him, it won't happen, obviously. But $3, triple stake, you got to make moves in this game of life, and I like it. I'm actually very fucking happy with that bet, Roo.
I actually reckon the Raiders are a sniff here.
Insane.
It's got a vibe. The Raiders will get up for this one. So I'm going to take the Raiders, and if the Raiders do win a game of football, you know Hudson Young's going to pull off a moment at some point. He'll cross. And Xavier Savage, just fastest bloke on the field. $17.75, not risking too much.
You think they've got the ability to go like back to back?
I just think they've got the ability to drag the Roosters into a gutter and make it an ugly game of football and just Raiders their way to shit.
The Roosters on Sunday,
mate, the
4
Roosters,
o'clock, sunny as fuck, glorious day.
Yes, yeah.
Triple stake it then, you pussy.
I did earlier, and then I had to copy Turbo.
Well, you don't have to, mate. You can change that.
No,
fucking dog.
I'm here for the draft W this
Sebbo?
I am going, obviously, a few try scorers here. I don't mind Rue's vibe about Huddy. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Angus Crichton missed down on Manu, Rando's stat there, and then just throwing in a cheese. If it's one of those gritty games, even though I've got 4 try scorers in a gritty game, apparently, I don't mind cheese, just smashing over from 10 metres out, $70.99. Look, that one's the one I don't believe in the most, if I'm going to be honest. I just had to put something together because I'm just trying to stay alive. This is what scrapping's about. Yep. I'm just trying to stay alive.
Okay. What's the Lippy doing here?
Raiders on Maru's vibe. Well, I guess the dog is.
Plus 15.5.
Yeah. I guess the dog is. Because I think the dog picked his bets.
The dog's on the Raiders.
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. Well, that's the games of rugby league football. We've got our scoopers, we've got our hot seats, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. All Eddie's bets will probably be available on his... Well, they have to be available on his Ned's profile for them to count. All right, time for the unit scoopers here. I will kick things off. I've got Manly Turbo into Titans, Jojo Fafita. 23-31. I mean... Would it shock you? I mean, would it shock you if that happened? That's not like crazy shit there, and it's just it's conservative enough that if it gets up, it just puts a nice little gap on the fucking rest of you losers.
I think the doggies win that game.
Shut up.
I hope the doggies win that
Well, I know that. Yeah. I know that.
I'm going to go Lomax, Keeney, Val Holmes, and Greg Marsu. Pretty short this week, but 16.69. I feel reasonably confident on that one.
Yep. I don't hate that either, unfortunately. Sebbo, what are you doing?
I'm not going crazy either. I'm not trying to get 100-1 thing here. I'm just trying to catch the pack and then just see it out with some triples in the grand final. So I'm just taking Kyle Felt, Lomax, Stags, Keeney, and Manu. Not crazy, right? $31.01. I'm minus 85. The boys are minus 55. 30 units in between. That just gets me up to the leaderboard, and then we just start fighting. You know what I mean?
Start punching on.
I'm just making conservative, 5-legger here. Yeah, little, what is it, English breakfast, and we'll just get back in the fucking fight. Yeah. That is me. And I have I know my season isn't done. And I don't know if this is the bet that is going to bring me back, but I just know it's not done. And so something's going to happen over this 6 weeks, so stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah. That's a tease and a half. The Lippy's got Cows minus 12. He's going to Ozaki here, is he? Cows minus 12.5. Dogs minus 4.5. Panthers minus 17.5. Eels plus 2.5. Fish plus 7.5. Sharks minus 14.5. Knights minus 9.5. Raiders plus 15.5. 175.19. Eddie's bets again online on the profiles tab on Ned's. The hot seat now is with you, Roo.
Yeah, big decisions to make. I'm going to try and win it, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right, I find myself in the hot seat. Only a few weeks left, an uncomfortable amount of weeks left, to be perfectly honest with you. I looked down the avenue of chucking another Morgan Smithies out here to give myself another chance, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going for glory. I've got to back myself in. I'm going to try and go through the rest of it. If I lose this week, maybe I can still fall back into it, but I've got a feeling I'm going to have to start to get some W's. So, this week, I'm going to take the Penrith Panthers. They're playing the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Their season is done and dusted. They've got their eyes on the Chooks next week. Panthers win at home. $1.14, very, very tight. I've got Zach Lomax. I've triple staked him to score a heap of points. He's going up against Sebbo this week. He's playing the club he's going to next week. It just all adds up. Lomax will score. That gets me to about $1.70. And this is where I just put the cherry on top of this bet. I like the Raiders for a little upset this week, but there is a chance I might be a little bit off. So I'm going to take Raiders plus 35.5 in what potentially might be the most cowardly thing you have ever fucking seen at $1.10 to get me to a grand total of $1.94. Panthers, Lomax, Raiders plus 35.5. The breadcrumb for those of you at home, the Roosters win by 36 in the last game of the week to break my fucking heart. I will be having a little civilian on that. There's no doubt about it. But $1.94, hopefully I'm here next week. If I'm not, I probably fucking deserve it.
Well, there you go. There's Ruse bet. Panthers, Lomax, Raiders plus 35.5. Holy fucking shit. I mean...
I would love the Raiders league to be the one. That is so funny.
Oh, my God. Yeah, the Roosters just come out and beat the shit out of them. That's us again for another week. Shout out to Neds. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Thank you very much to Rando. Rando, what's your Patreon?
Random stats guy on Patreon. We've got the EPL in there now and NFL and NBA coming up as well for the off season. So it just keeps rolling.
Fucking oath. Roo, Patreon.
Yeah, Rugby League, the Roo crew in there. Come and join us.
Bloody
Fun
oath.
in there.
Breaking the yips. Hello Sport, about even. You get it. We'll see you next week. Ciao.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website